Cobb TV. Watch your life make sense.
Life is hard sometimes. It's alright. You focus on the puzzle, 3D black hole, drain pipe, lemming mirror. One stolen breath adds on to the next. Let it all come flowing in and breathe your final breath. You're not the same. What's left remains a silent mystery.
To me, freedom was just doing whatever you wanted, whenever you wanted, and going with the flow and not really thinking about anybody else. Just letting what happens happen, and yeah, and that's all good. But you don't realize that you're just kind of going where the wind pushes you when you do that, eh? So you don't really have, you're not making a free choice necessarily. I don't think. Tyler English is my name. I was born in a small town in Ontario, Canada. Yeah, now we're in a place called Port Elgin. Lake Huron's right behind us here, and I'm at my cottage in nature around here. It's all we got. We got that and a nuclear power station, and it's all mixed together here. It's quite a neat place. So, being a firefighter at the nuclear station, there's just so many things that. So many hazards, radiation, that sort of thing. It's interesting. We didn't have a lot of fires, which people probably are glad to know. The thing is, it is very fail-safe, to a degree as fail-safe as something like that can get. And if it failed, it would be messy. It would be bad. You get a feeling that what you're doing is important. You know, you're sitting for a long time, reading up on stuff or training. Or bang, you got a call and you got to run, you got to go. You got to either suit up with your gear, or if it's a medical call, jump in the emergency vehicle and just go, right? My background is Scottish and Irish heritage, so yeah, English is actually an Irish name. You know, it's a good family. It's spread out a lot because my parents divorced when I was 4. They split amicably, but it left a big empty place in me. I just remember maybe 1 or 2 fights, and then they just went and signed the papers, to the same papers, same lawyer and everything, and they agreed that they weren't meant for each other. Like, I mean, I knew there was something wrong, and I missed, like, I knew I didn't have like the normal family unit growing up, that sort of thing. So, but yeah, it just made me who I am. I guess it pushed me to be something different, maybe. I was fascinated by nature for sure, like animals, reptiles, that sort of thing. Used to catch snakes, turtles, mice, you name it. Mom loved it. Used to bring them home to Mom. I was not afraid of nature, really, in any way, even though I probably should have been at some times. We would find ourselves wading hip deep into like ponds where we didn't know what was on the bottom, catch snapping turtles and things like that. We knew to grab them from behind because their necks reach halfway around their shells and that sort of thing. I feel at home in nature, I think, really. I would ride my bike around and think, because that's what I would do, like just to get away, you know, and that was my escape. And that's what I would think about, is like, why am I here, what's going on, what makes it all tick. And I'd be looking up at the sky thinking, okay, there's got to be something intelligent that makes this all happen. I would read the Bible. We never went to church or anything like that. I went and got my own copy, or I think they gave it to us in public school, Gideon's. And I remember being in my kitchen and looking at everything and just wondering, and I asked my mom, where is God? What is God? Kind of thing, right? Like, is God in everything? My mom said to me, yep, he's in everything. He's everywhere and he's in everything. Then I asked a few more questions like, okay, is he in this table leg? Is he in this floor tile? You know, I was a bit of a smart ass. You know, I was just a little kid, and and she said, yeah. She's plainly said yes. And I think that made me think. Like, I had a good connection with my friends, always, and a lot of friends. Through the teenage years, we partied a lot. We did a lot of that, and that's how we let loose. And it was, you know, drugs and alcohol, that was part of it too, and we blew off a lot of steam. That's where I got into a lot of the music that I like. And it was funny, right around then, that's when I picked up the guitar, because when I decided to stop doing those things as much, then the drugs especially, like I needed something else to fill the gap, so I started playing guitar. And it was about 19, and I found that when I wasn't doing those things as much, those friends kind of just went away. They just disappeared, and I thought they were really good friends, and they really weren't about the friendship as much as just I don't know, lowest common denominator. I was alone for a while with my guitar, and for me, music just if it gives me a feeling that comes straight from here, and it's like I can give myself to a lot of people at once, and at the same time receive from them. It's just like, yeah, I'm doing good for this person, and they're doing good for me. Like, it's like if I didn't have that, I would a very large part of my life would be missing. I was probably looking for a connection to something bigger than us, and just and peace, I guess, inner peace maybe. I studied Shaolin Kung Fu for a while, maybe 2 years or so. Karate, those sort of things. I did Tai Chi for a while. I learned a lot of meditation, things like that. I didn't really come to a full experience of whatever it is that makes things tick. I think when I found Kabbalah, and the more I thought about it and processed all these things, it just really helped me feel a connection to things more. Actually feel it, of a connection to everything. And it's not something you can tell somebody about, like, in words. But you start to understand the language of your existence, what it's trying to say to you. And the more you can hold on to that, I think the better, more control you have in your own world, you know? I don't know, like when I'm out in nature, there's something else there you feel that it's not really right in front of your face, that's inside of you, and you're part of it and it's part of you. And to me, I think that's the creator. The creator is like a force. It's like a pressure. It's what makes everything grow. It's what makes everything what it is. Makes everything be. What makes everything exist. It's like you're trying to equalize with that, because you're part of it, and it's like that's what it's all about, I think, to me. So.
And not because I'm doing something wrong, not today, anyway. One stitch in time will come undone, all fogged up, and it's no shame it works out this way.
This power is everywhere. It's in everything. It permeates everything. It's in It's inside of us. Everything we see is like actually inside of us. It's our perception of what's going on, but it's manufactured inside us, right? Well, you look at everything different because you have this knowledge that it's not what it seems to be, right? So you start looking at the entire world in a different way, and feelings start to creep in that you can't really describe. You start to sense things like that, how it works, and how the system kind of works, you know. It doesn't kind of work, it does. It works perfectly, you know, the way it's supposed to.